on the weekend, Prime Minister jetted down to North Captiva Island in Florida on a Challenger jet operated by 412 Squadron out of Ottawa, an RCAF squadron, specifically for VIPs. So in other words, you and I paid for that flight. And then he was down there. Somehow they got assistance from U.S. Customs and Border Patrol in order to use their boat in order to get the Prime Minister and his entourage to the two houses he rented on the island. And then back to the airport at Page Field again in order to fly back for whatever reason for one day. And then on Tuesday, he flew back again from Ottawa back to Page Field in Florida. The cost of which, that plane alone, never mind the salaries of flight attendants, pilots, ground crew who have to operate those flights, the actual cost of running the plane has been estimated at somewhere north of $11,000 an hour. And that's money that's taxpayer money. That's money that's our jet-setting Prime Minister is just burning away. And despite all of that, he says that you and I need to pay a carbon tax, somehow offset the amount of fuel we're using in taking our kids to soccer practice or hockey practice. It really is tone deaf for him to be doing that. You fly down for a weekend, you fly back for one day, presumably for meetings, and I'm only assuming, given what happened today, that the meeting was with members of the Justice Committee, Liberal members of the Justice Committee, who themselves flew all the way to Ottawa to hold a meeting today, only to adjourn it after the Conservative members wanted to get the former Attorney General to appear for a second time before the committee. They just shut that down and then shut the committee down. It's ridiculous. And in fact, one member of that committee had to fly all the way from Vancouver to Ottawa just to attend at the meeting in order for it to be adjourned. And they needed to maintain their 5-4 majority on the committee, and he had to be there just for that. It's such a ridiculous waste of taxpayer money, and the nerve of these people to lecture us and impose this carbon tax on us, you know, when they're flying willy-nilly all over the place, for lack of a better description, for nefarious reasons. It's really quite brazen.